And hello, all. It's Mr. Callen here to help you with our responsibilities today. We're going to look first and foremost at Thursday, August 17th. We got three things here. I hope that you have already been to this agenda, have clicked here, have looked for any mistake or mistakes. Meanwhile, right now we're going to do number two, watch the procedures video, and then get you into the IXL diagnostic test. But let's carry back into today. If you haven't looked already, I hope you have. Take a look. Pause your video if you still are looking for a mistake and come back when you're ready. I do hope, folks, that you found something here in number 6. That's all I'm going to say. One of those answers is incorrect. We're going to see if you can find it. Meanwhile, just a reminder that we do these daily math reviews for about 2 weeks and then have a quiz. And it's very important. You can fix an answer, somebody can help you with your work, but if you don't fix your brain, you are sunk. And what happens the next time a problem like that comes around? Or consider next year, consider high school, ladies and gents, it is coming. So 8 days of practice. Fix your answers, sure. Fix your work, absolutely. But don't forget, write 1, 2 sentences at the most. Explain how to correct that mistake so you can read your notes the next day and never make that mistake again. A review, yes, Bellwork Daily Math Review is what we start with every day when we come in. Paper heading, every paper at the top should have first and last name, the date, and the period, whatever that date and period might be. We learned a little about Mr. Callen yesterday. I learned a little about you. And we talked about the normal daily schedule, how every day we'll come in, we'll have our bell work, or we call it our daily math review for about 15 minutes. After that, we'll be doing 10 minutes of rock and math. We'll talk more about that on Monday. And then some other mathematics activity to either support you in your other math class or to attack weaknesses and turn weaknesses into strengths using the IXL program. Materials, everything you need for your other math class. If you want to use the same math folder or binder, just make sure you got different places for this class and for your other math class. In addition to that, just make sure you got more than one pencil, folks. And of course, we'll be using our iPads quite regularly. I think that's it for the review. Let's continue on. Forgive me if we got to this yesterday, but I doubt that we did. I want to talk about how fairness is not the same as equality. Now, I want you to picture two people going into the hospital. One person they hurt themselves playing volleyball or out of cross country, all right? So hurt foot, right? The second person that goes into the hospital, much more serious than that, they got in a serious car accident. Now, would you think it makes any sense at all for a doctor to put a cast on both patients in the hospital and send them home and treat them exactly the same way? Obviously, the answer is no. You're in 8th grade. You can realize that. Instead, what the doctor would do was look at each person's individual injuries and say, if my ultimate goal is to get you back to health, how am I going to address each patient differently and get them back to health? That, ladies and gents, is the core of fairness. So, take, for example, a mathematics situation. Two people come in Monday. One person says, Mr. Callen, I didn't get my IXL assignments done over the weekend. I had a big cross country meet. I had a football jamboree. I just couldn't do it. The other person comes in and says, Mr. Callen, I had to go to Chicago all weekend. When my grandfather's had a heart attack, we were at the hospital. I was unable to get my Excel assignment done. Now, equality would be give them both late assignments and tell them to fix it up. But we're about fairness in this class. Now, I happen to know coaches, especially at Concord Junior High School, put the student first in the word student athlete. So no coach is going to say, yeah, it's okay, skip your homework for the weekend. That person is going to get a late assignment. They're going to be told to finish the assignment tonight and get caught up. On the other hand, the person that had to go to the hospital and lost the whole weekend, that is beyond his or her control. So they still need to finish the assignment. But I would argue that that student should not earn late credit. They should get full credit if that assignment's done the next day. So just realize that I cannot and will not treat every student equally. On the other hand, I do strive my best to be as fair as possible. I'm going to make mistakes. And if you have a question, it's okay. There is a time and a place and a manner to say, "Hey, Mr. Cowan, I was wondering about this. This student was talking and I was talking, and you called me out on it, but not the other student." Eh, That's okay as long as you have the proper manner. You're respectful about it. You do it at the proper time and the proper place, probably after class, during lunch hours, not in the middle of class putting up a fuss, all right? Just recognize that fairness is not the same as being equal. And if you have a question, just ask. Now, let's say hypothetically, you have completed all your math tasks and you're sitting in your math strategies class not knowing what to do. I bet you can figure it out. As a matter of fact, look at the image behind you. I kind of faded it out on purpose, but we will be working quite a bit on IXL to either help you with your other Math 8 class or, as I said before, turn weaknesses into strengths and to fix up things that we missed in seventh and sixth and fifth grade. Look, the point, folks, is that every second counts and your time is valuable. One way or the other, you're going to ninth grade, ready or not. So let's take every second and help get you ready. Now, that's about it for today. Beyond that, I'll help you with Rocket Math next week. At this time, number one, you've already looked at the math review. Number two, you are finishing up. So number three, you're going to go to your diagnostic test. You may click on that link or go to, if you have it saved up, you're going to have to select your name to get into there. Now your screen's going to look a little different than mine, but here's the key. You need to look for that word assessment. And right here, it should say start diagnosing or step into the arena. Click on that and it's going to start measuring your thinking and all these different places. Folks, don't think you're going to get every problem correct. They're going to give you fifth grade problems. They're going to give you seventh grade problems. They might even give you eighth or ninth grade problems. You're going to go up, you're going to go down, and slowly they'll find that sweet spot. They're going to measure your skills in all these 6 different parts of math. So give it your best. Don't sit there and waste your time because, as I said, your time is valuable. But give it your best. Just realize that you're going to get problems right and you're going to get problems wrong, and that's okay. You probably won't finish today. We'll finish up either tomorrow or over the weekend. All right, folks, take care, do well. Let's grow.